See, the brother put in a new sink and also a new cabinet. But what I'm doing is I'm covering those because I'm about to do some painting. Dad started painting the ceilings, but see all those marks there for the holes? I have to putty them and fill them up. It's a lot of them, but it'll give it a complete look. I like the wood look, really, but now that he's painted it, I have to complete it. And there's the sinkhole for the fan. Lots of staple gun marks. And then also there's a lot of drip marks too that I have to blade off. I'm going to blade those off and take everything off the walls. And then fill in all the gaps. And where there's holes, they have to be filled in. And then I'm going to put a new baseboard down here. I'm going to caulk along the new floor. This new floor is very pretty. I just didn't want it to be ruined by paint, so that's why I decided to do the painting and complete it. And put the baseboard back there. And what's important is that you remember to caulk along your bathroom toilets and even sometimes the sink. But in this case, I'm going to fill all the gaps and holes, etc. as best I can. Spackle everything. And then I'll have to let it dry after I do that. So when I do that and take out everything, clear the walls, I'm going to also take out all this excess stuff. And just help Dad out the best I can. So there's a lot of prep work here before I could slap on some paint. I'm not going to just slap on the paint. But on the inside also where he was painting, he got paint all inside the shower. Everything has to be bladed. And the shower has to be cleaned. So there is a lot of paint that has to be cleaned up. And I'm going to clean all that up and use Brillo. And the blade. Thank goodness for blades. So, and then afterwards I'm going to take a try on doing this mirror thing too. So first things first, I have to unscrew everything as best I can. And then I'm going to blade what I can to clean it up. And then that's when I can actually apply any kind of fasten work or any kind of, how do you say, drywall repair. Okay, now that everything's pretty much taped up, I've done all the patching in the walls. So all of that pink that you see everywhere has to turn white. And when it turns white, then you can sand it down and in the corners. So also one other thing I noticed, that rats can come up under the floor like this. This is behind the toilet bowl. There happens to be a hole in the floor. So what I did was I cut a piece of this steel grating to block this hole in the floor. I'm going to screw that in first. Alright, so that it's going to block. I have to kind of shove it into that hole there and screw it in so that when I put the baseboard on, it's screwed all together. And that will stop it, and then this baseboard will go over it, and then I'll just caulk that along the top. But I'll probably have to put another board across the top. I could do that much easier and then caulk it. But we have to put a stoppage there so that it doesn't get any bigger, any wider. And then I'll finish my caulking job, and that includes the tub. Probably have to re-caulk that too. See how it's turning white? See how it's turning white? And the ceiling, all the holes are filled. You could probably see that. I'm going to paint all the way around. And done that. This would be a complete job. This door, see this door? Well, as I was painting the walls and ceiling, the larger hole patches had to be re-spackled and dried. before I could paint it, especially the big ones. So I filled it with the spackle the best way I can, and I kept checking it and sanding it and checking it.
Add
Then
to
I
the mirror
decided to try something
because you see all
special.
the holes and the damage on the edges. I've decided to just paint a trim around it to hide all of these fragmented chips. Because it's such an old mirror, and it's a large enough mirror, it fits the space, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm going to paint the edge and give it a frame. I'm framing the mirror. And alright, we'll wait for the second coat. This too will dry. I'm going to set my fan on it just to make it happen quicker. Alright. And once again, the wall in the other room is getting prepared. This wall here is getting ready to sand. And I'm going to put a baseboard in the back to hold the mirror on and put the mirror clips on. So I'm getting ready to sand it. See, it's still a little pink. And then the rest of it all has to be sanded as well. Then I'm going to fill that in and then finish it up. Ready to paint. Everything's really cleaned up. See, there's no spots and holes in the ceiling here. And I put up my rack there. These are ready for sanding. I can't sand right now because now all I have to do is just finish caulking it off at the bottom and on the top some more, and after that sand it and the screws are in. Everything is done. The toilet, I caulked around the toilet as well. I have to finish the floor here. After I finish the floor caulking, etc., then I will go ahead and do the painting of the cabinet. The wall came out pretty good, so I'm going to take a good shot of it so I can memorize it for texturizing, because the wall was so beat up before. We're going to have to chase these. I'm letting them get a little more firm up so that they can hold the brush level that I'm going to put on it. The fan is still on, so I'm letting it dry some more. Alright. Okay. And there's a shower door. Both doors have to pass through this one clip, as I was saying, so this is going to be replaced with okay. Now that I've cut it down and it turns out that I could see I can put the ridge under it, put it under the ridge, I'm going to do that while it's away from the wall because I've unscrewed it, and then clean up behind it, and it'll be a good fit. Now that I've got it apart, I can actually put the adhesive on, the liquid nails, which is the heavy duty kind. You have to get the heavy duty that will outlast even the project, it says. And then use that first. And you can see I've Alright, I was just laughing because my client wanted the same swan door, the old door from like 1989, to be left in the shower. So he holds on to a lot of things, and this is one of them. These cleaned up, and after I sweep up and everything, I don't know what to do with that. To this door today. and then go get the caulking.